Hello, my lovely students. So we're going to look at a couple product rule examples. So remember, overall, the product rule says the derivative of A times B, just writing it a little bit differently, is going to be A times the derivative of B plus B times the derivative I can write honest. All right. So all we have to do is define our A and B. Now this particular mess has a 4 up front. So that 4 is just a number being multiplied. So when we take the derivative, that's our constant multiple rule. So we're really just focusing on one ugly and the second different ugly. All right. So let's just start with our basic product rule form. So f prime of x equals. So I'm going to put that 4 out front. I'm going to put big, huge brackets. So if we keep one, it's the derivative of the other. So if I keep A this time, that'll be 8 plus 4x cubed. And then that'll be times the derivative of 1 plus, now 4 over x, we don't do derivatives like that. We don't do our power rule like that, rather. So I'm going to rearrange it as 4 times x to the -1. Product rule has plus. All right, I did the derivative of that guy, so now I'm going to keep that guy. 1 plus 4 x to the -1. And now this will be times the derivative of our A guy. 8 plus 4x cubed. So again, that 4 is going to carry down. And now from here, like, all they asked for was the derivative. I mean, honestly, they didn't even actually put a question. We're just practicing the product rule, not practicing our disgusting, crazy algebra skills. All right. So we keep the 8 plus 4x cubed. And this will be now times, well, the derivative of 1 is a constant, so that goes to 0. Then the derivative of 4x to the -1. The 4 is a constant, so we'll have 4 times the derivative of x to the -1, bring the power down, times -1x to the -1 minus 1. Plus, now we keep our 1 plus 4x to the -1. And now we do our derivative of this guy. So again, derivative of a constant, any just flat number, no variable, is 0. So our derivative of 8 plus 4x cubed, the 8 goes to 0, so 4x cubed will be 4 times, bring the power down, 3x to the 3 minus 1. Okay. So this one actually isn't too bad. Like, we could clean it up, but I really wish it would stop that highlight everything. Oh. It for real is just not my day to day. All right. Now, to be perfectly honest, once the DDXs are gone, I did the derivative. Anything I do from here is just clean up, making it look pretty, which we know WebWork is going to make you do. So we keep our 8 plus 4x cubed. And then here, the 4 times -1 is -4. And then -1 minus 1 becomes -2. So this is -4 x to the -2 plus 1 plus 4 times x to the -1 times 4 times 3 is 12x, 3 minus 1 is 2. That is where I would call it. Now we could take each of these terms, distribute them through. I don't think we'll actually end up with any like terms. And then we could distribute the 4 through if we needed to, but for the purposes of have we used the product rule? Yes, we have used the product rule. We did some of the initial cleanup. Going any further is just heartache. Now down here, a little more interesting. So this one is, well, what if there's more than 2 things being multiplied? So what I'm going to do here is we're going to like group things a little more interesting. So I'm going to call my A here f of x times g of x. And then I'm going to call my B thing the h of x. So remember our rule, it's like a b prime plus b a prime. So to do our k prime of x, I'm going to keep my a. So that's f of x times g of x. Times b prime. So I'll write it up here, a b prime plus b a prime. So then this would then be h prime of x plus, now we keep h of x, and this will be times the derivative of f of x times g of x. But wait, that's just a product. So when we have 3 things being multiplied, we're going to end up with an extended product rule. So check out what happens. So here I have f, g, and the derivative of the third guy. Plus over here, I have h of x times, so I keep 1, f of x times g prime of x plus g of x times f prime of x. Now, if I distribute this h of x through and write them in numeric order, or sorry, alphabetical order. Sorry, my computer is being tripsy. So, a prime of x. So this is f of x times g of x times h prime of x plus. Now on my next one, I've got an f, a g prime, and an h. So f of x times g prime of x times h of x plus that h of x up front is getting distributed, and then my f first, and that's f prime of x times g of x times h of x. So the pattern of a product rule does continue. It's derivative of one thing, however many other things you're multiplying. Derivative of next thing, recopy all the rest as is. Derivative of third thing, recopy all the rest as is. Derivative of fourth thing if needed, recopy all the rest as is. Now, if you ever like total brain fart and you decide like 4 times x squared is a product and you use the product rule, it will still work as long as you remember the derivative of the number part is 0. Yeah. So I'll stop this one and do quotient rule in the next one.